What is the best light for bird photography? Is it just after sunrise? Is it just before sunset? Is it mid-morning, mid-afternoon? Is it middle of the day? Stay tuned, this is what we're going to discuss today. So what is the best time of the day? Well, this is a question that I often get asked. What time of the day do you go to take some bird photos? I've seen your posts on social media. They look awesome. Mine don't look too good. So when do you go out to take your photos? Well, I'm going to show you with a series of photos here what is the best time of the day or the time that I go out. Now, time is relevant. I'm not going to say go out at 7 o'clock in the morning, go out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because that time of the day is irrelevant to what we're going to discuss. But I know you're scratching your head saying, hey, Charles, you've just said best time of the day. Well, best time of the day from sunrise or before sunset. If I say, for example, 8 o'clock in the morning and we're in winter time, sunrise in southeast Queensland is around 6:30 a.m. That's only an hour and a half after sunrise. Still a good time of the day. If it was summer, sunrise is at 5:15. If I say go out at 8 o'clock in the morning, the sun is way up. I would have packed up, come home, already had coffee by 8 o'clock in the morning. Also remember, light is much harsher in summer than in winter. Winter, you have softer light than summer. So remember this when you plan your outing. Let's take a look at some of these photos and you will see how light is so important in wildlife and especially bird photography. This was taken 30 minutes after sunrise. We have beautiful golden light. You can see on the water there, the water is just a goldy color. Beautiful wintertime, perfect time to be out there. The bird life has just woken up. Only 30 minutes later after sunrise. Is the water gold anymore? No, it's blue. That golden light is gone now, but I still am getting some very nice photos. Look at the neck of this greb. Can you see the white? It's starting to lose the highlights. You can just see a little bit and a bit behind the eye there. An hour and a half after sunrise. Look at the chick on the parrot's back. Can you see that white there? It's reflecting in the water. Even though I exposed this image one stop under just to try to minimize this blown highlight, I still couldn't see the feathers properly. All these photos are just JPEGs straight off the camera. No editing done, but I want to show you what it really looks like when we're out taking photos. 3 hours have gone past. I should be well and truly home, but I stayed around to show what happens in the middle of the day. Look at the light. It's very flat. You can see the light is very directional, very up and down now. All we have is just black and very bright areas. The blues, they've lost that sort of oomph. It's a very flat image. Yes, in post-processing you can sort of pick it up, but the highlights are gone. And the shadows, if you're trying to lift them up, you're just going to get a lot of noise in these images. Now these small Australasian grebes, only about 10 centimeters long. This is 1.5 hours after sunrise. Beautiful, nice reflections, and you can see the colors, even without any editing, just seem to pop. But take a look at the next image here. This is middle of the day, lunchtime. Same bird, but look. The colors are flat. Can you see the sun? The light is just shining straight down. It's like a beacon. It's just flattening everything. There is no contrast in the image. And this is why I say you have to choose the time of the day carefully. Egrets are my favorite birds to photograph. I just love them. They're like ballet dancers when they come into land or when they take off. Their wing movements and when they just hop around, they're just beautiful to watch. And this is why I love my new Nikon Z6ii, because I can take awesome videos when these birds are moving about. This bird's coming into land an hour and a half after sunrise. And look, you can see all the detail in this image. This image, same place, but taken at lunchtime. I might have just used white paint and just painted over the whole of the top of the egret. There's just no detail there. There is no way in post-processing that you can bring all that detail back out, because once the highlights are gone, that's it, they're gone. It would have been a great image at about the same time of the day as the previous image. You might be saying, this is great, you're showing us great photos in the morning. I work Monday to Friday, I get up early, no time to go out. On the weekends, I'd like to sleep in, or I want to spend time with my kids. Not a problem at all. You go out late in the afternoon and you will still get great images. And this is why I've added these two examples that you're going to see here, is that think about what you want in your image. Light plays an important part. The first sets of photos that you saw, the light was coming behind me, so I had a very good colors on the bird. Sometimes it's great to get light behind the bird, especially at this time of the day, at sunset. Look at that golden light filtering through the feathers. Isn't that magical? You can see the light is just coming in, it's just lighting up the foreground. The bird here is just beautiful. Half an hour later, it finally said, that's it, knock off time. I'm going to go fly into a tree and have a sleep for the night. The light is coming in. It's sunset. The light is so low to the horizon. That golden light is filtering through the feathers. Think about light. Sometimes you can extend your time out photographing birds, especially if it's a bit overcast, so there's dabbled light, a bit of sunlight filtering through the clouds, or if there's a lot of trees about and you've just got filtered light, like this image here of this flycatcher. It was around 10 o'clock in the morning, way past the time that I normally start taking photos, but I had to walk back to the car, and I decided just to walk through all these tall trees. In the undergrowth, there popped about 4 meters in front of me this beautiful little flycatcher. Stood still, got a couple of snaps, and then it flew off. Dabbled light because I had the trees filtering the harsh sunlight. So think about, I'm going to go out. Okay, it's overcast. Great, I can extend my time. I don't have to be there for sunrise. Sunrise is great, but I know that I can extend my time. What about middle of the day? Worst time of the day. But sometimes, and I mean sometimes, you can fluke a picture like this osprey. It's just coasting up. It's nesting season. It's got a big branch in its claws. Now, I'm not around normally at lunchtime. I'd been there in the morning and I just got chatting to a couple of photographers who was there at Osprey House, and all of a sudden about 11 o'clock, one of the ospreys bringing branches up. It flew quite low to us, and in the last minute, because their nest is so high up on the platform, it just started climbing up, and this is when we got it. It just climbing, you can see that. The wings are outstretched, and we got a couple of great images. Don't expect this sort of photos at lunchtime. We got lucky. The only reason I stated this photo worked out was that everything worked in our favor. One, it was flying upward, so the sun was able to get onto its wings. Two, we had a bit of dabbled light. There was some light cloud covering the sun a bit, just minimizing the strength of the sun. That's why we were able to shoot these photos. So I hope these examples show you and give you an idea of when to go out, how to plan your outing. Think about not the time of the day, as in 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 4 p.m. Think about how long from sunrise, how long before sunset. Work out your time so that you can be there before the best time. Don't say, okay, best light is at 7 a.m. I'm going to be there at 10 to 7. I find it takes me at least 15 to 20 minutes to set myself up, to get myself ready. The photo of the grebes that you saw with that golden light. I was there half an hour before sunrise and I just waited for that light. My patience was rewarded. So if this video has been of value to you, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Really helps me out. Enjoy your bird photography, and I'll see you next time.